Hi. Well, I've got a new toy, and I really wanted to get it out pretty quickly because I think everybody ought to be putting one of these on your desk if you're interested in 3D printing. FDM has always been around, at least for the hobby market, and has been coming down drastically in price. This is the new Prusa mini printer, and it prints 7 by 7 by 7 inches. My original printer, which is behind the curtain here, I still have it. It prints 8 by 8 by 8.5. Now it cost me about $950 sitting on my front porch. This one cost me only about $450 sitting on my front porch. So for giving up that 1 inch, you get a great drastic discount in price. And let me tell you what, this thing really performs. I did a logo for a local restaurant chain. They wanted to make a diorama of the Coke sign that was in front of their restaurant back in the 1950s. And when I went to print that, it printed just great on my original Prusa. Then I decided that I wanted to make an HO version. Well, obviously this is a whole lot smaller than that big one. And the neat thing about this is, if I can get that kind of centered up there so you can see it, holding the detail of this curl on the Coke here was rather difficult, so I had to go back into SketchUp, fatten that line a little bit. But this HO version really looks great. It came out looking really, really good in my opinion anyway. The Prusa, that's what I call the Prusa. This is my little sister to the big Prusa back here. But the Prusa Mini here did a great job. Now I did order it with a 0.25 nozzle. That's about half the size of what the nozzle is on my original Prusa. And that's the advantage to this machine. I can keep it at that half setting. And when I go to do things like these really small, you can see them against my shirt here, I think, these really small grab irons for my locomotive that I'm painting, it really did a great job. This is only about 2 strokes wide by the nozzle. My super thin walls that I've talked about in an earlier video for my cab, this is the trowel cab, but nonetheless how super thin it is, and these glued up absolutely wonderfully. And then my new interior wall, which is only about 4 layers thick, which is about half a millimeter or less in thickness, that I can slip in here. Absolutely fantastic. So this machine allows me to do a lot of things with some finer parts that I could not do with anything else. It's called the Prusa Mini. On back order, there are thousands of them, I guess, on order, and the company is way behind in getting out this new product. But if you have a chance, give it a serious look, because with the 2.5 nozzle, you can print some really fine detail parts, even now possible in HO. And I haven't tried it yet, but maybe we can do some parts even in N scale. So, until we meet again, go down to your railroad room and let your trains put a smile on your face.